Students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the complete geography of Andaman and Nicobar Island, which is one of the most important islands of the India. So first of all, there is certain reasons why this island has come into news these days. So recently, the Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, on the eve of Parakram Divas, has participated in a ceremony, and in this ceremony he has named the 21 largest unnamed islands of Andaman Nicobar. Andaman Nicobar overall, to tell you, it is a group of 265 islands, and out of these many islands which are very small in area and even medium sized in area are not named. So these 21 islands have been chosen and their name have been put after the 21 Param Veer Chakra awardees, that is the highest gallantry award of India given to the people, given to the soldiers who have sacrificed their life and who have shown valiance and courage on the battlefield. Earlier, also in year 2018, to honor the memory of Netaji Sri Subhash Chandra Bose, Ross Island, which was a name given to the English British, was renamed as Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose Dweep by the Prime Minister himself. Not only that, the other British named islands such as Neil Island and very popular tourist destinations such as Havelock Islands have also been renamed as Sahid Dweep as well as Swaraj Dweep. So let us try to understand that how we can understand the geography of the particular island. So first of all, if you look at the location, we can see this is the map of Andaman Nicobar Island. And overall, the island stretches from south to north between 6 degree 45 minute north to 13 degree 45 minute north. That is what we can say is the latitudinal extent of the island. Similarly, if you look at the longitude, it extends from 92 degree 10 minute east to 94 degree 15 minute east. The island, as we have discussed, is made up of 265 small to large islands and situated in the eastward part of the mainland India. If you look at the map here, this is our India, and on the eastward part of the mainland, we have the Andaman Nicobar Island, and on the westward part we have another island group that we call as Lakshadweep. So in the next video, we are also going to discuss in detail about the geography of the Lakshadweep. So as we can see on this particular map, overall Andaman Nicobar Island can be divided into two major groups. The northern group is what we refer as Andaman group of island, and the southern group is what we refer as the Nicobar group of island. And we have a latitude that is 10 degree latitude, 10 degree north latitude, that we can say act as a separating boundary between the Andaman group of island as well as the Nicobar group. So if we try to understand at how these islands have formed, so the formation of island can be attributed to the plate tectonics event. Plate tectonics, you know that entire earth is made up of lithospheric slab, and this lithospheric slab is broken into different parts, different fragments, and each of these individual fragments are what we call as plate. And plates are not static, they keep on floating, they keep on moving above the lithosphere, and thus when the plate moves, due to their movement, due to their interaction with each other, the phenomena, the event that happens is what we call as plate tectonics. So various type of plate tectonics do we have, and as far as the Andaman Nicobar formation is concerned, this island have formed due to the continental plate convergence. That is, when two continental plate are coming from two different directions and are colliding with each other, due to this process is called as convergence, and due to this CC convergence, we have formation of Andaman Nicobar Island. The same phenomena or same event is also responsible for formation of Himalayas. So the question comes that which two continental plates have collided to lead the formation of Andaman Nicobar? So it is the Indian plate that has broken from the Gondwana land, moved toward the north, and finally collided with the Eurasian plate in the north. That had led to formation of Himalayas. But at the same time, the eastern part of the Indian plate had collided with the Burmese plate, which is also a subpart, a small part of the Eurasian plate. And due to collision between Indian plate and Burmese plate, if you look at this particular diagram here, we have the formation of Andaman Nicobar Island. For example, on this side, we can see we have Indian plate. On this side, we have the Burmese plate, and the Indian plate, Burmese plate collided, leading to formation of chain of island here. If you go to the north of Andaman Nicobar Island, we have the Arakan Yuma Range mountain in the Myanmar region, which is considered as the uplifted part of Andaman Nicobar. Or another way, you also can say that Arakan, the subducted part of Arakan Yuma mountain range is what we see today as Andaman Nicobar Island. And many geologists also believe that this Arakan-Yuma range is nothing but extension of the Purvanchal range of mountains in the northeastern part of India, and these are generally considered to be the part of Himalayas. And it is due to this reason many geologists concur that Andaman Nicobar can also be considered as the subducted extended part of Himalayan mountain itself. Now, if you look at the geography of the Andaman Nicobar Island, as we have discussed, we have two groups of island, Andaman group and Nicobar group. Now, let us look at each of these groups in more detail. So, first of all, if you look at the Andaman group of island, it is further divided into four smaller islands. In the northernmost side, we have the North Andaman, then we have Middle Andaman, then we have the Lower Andaman, many times also referred as South Andaman, and then we have the water body here. And below this water body, we have another Andaman island that is called as Little Andaman. Now, the name of this water body is very, very important. The water body that is separating your lower Andaman with the Little Andaman is known by the name of Duncan Passage. The capital city of Andaman Nicobar Island, Port Blair, is actually located on the lower Andaman, and just slightly to the west of lower Andaman, you can see a very important and very, very popular island, Sentinel Island, is also situated. Sentinel Island is where you have Sentinelese tribes that are living, and these tribes are considered as particularly vulnerable tribal group, also called as PVTG in the short. That means they have remained aloof from the civilization, and they have lived their life the way they have been living continuously for a long period of time without any kind of outsider influence. So now if you move from below Little Andaman, we have another water body that is separating Andaman group from the Nicobar group, and this water body, since it is passing over the 10-degree latitudinal line, is simply called as a 10-degree channel. So two water bodies are very important. Duncan Passage that separates the lower Andaman and Little Andaman, and then we have 10-degree channel that separates the Andaman group of island with the Nicobar group of island. Now, as far as Nicobar group of islands is concerned, these are much more smaller in the area. And first, the northernmost, we have the Nicobar Island, then we have Bompaka, Tarasa, Nanakauri, Katchal, Little Nicobar, and the largest of all and also most developed of all is the Great Nicobar Island, which is a part of Nicobar group. Great Nicobar also lies very close to a very important island of Indonesia, which is known as Sumatra. And actually, if you look at the distance between Great Nicobar and Sumatra is only 150 kilometers. That means the India-Indonesia closest point, closest distance between India and Indonesia can also be considered to be 150 kilometers. So that is all about the brief geography of Andaman Nicobar. As far as the geology and the rock structures of the Andaman Nicobar groups are concerned, it is believed that these rocks are come under the category of tertiary rock formed in the tertiary period, and most of these rocks, if you look at the upper part of Andaman Nicobar group, the surface of Andaman Nicobar group of island, are largely made up of rocks such as sandstone, shale, and limestone. However, if you go below these rocks, the bottom part of Andaman Nicobar group of island obviously is made up of basic and ultra basic lava rocks that has formed due to the volcanic eruption. And it is due to this reason we have only one active volcano in India, and that active volcano is part of Andaman Nicobar group of island. If you look at this map here, this only active volcano of India is what we call as Barren Island. It is situated slightly to the east of Middle Andaman Island. Not only that, slightly to the north of Barren Island, we have another volcanic island that is called as Narkondam Island. However, Narkondam Island is believed to be example of dormant volcano by many geologists. So, only active volcano in India is not in the mainland India. There is no active volcano in the mainland India. Only active volcano is Barren Island in the Andaman Nicobar group of island. And recently in year 2015, we have seen the what we can say emergence of the another bout of volcanic eruption, and this is what you can see in the picture here. We have the volcanic ashes, dust, and smoke coming out from the barren island. Now, obviously, if you look at the Andaman Nicobar group of island, if you come from north to south, what do we generally observe in terms of trend? That the height of these islands keep on decreasing. That means the highest part of Andaman Nicobar group of island is the northernmost side, and the lowermost part in the southern side. So, if we talk about the major peaks of Andaman Nicobar group of island, the tallest peak is situated in North Andaman, The name of this peak is Saddle Peak, and overall the altitude or height of this peak is around 737 meters. Now, as we come slightly to the south, in the middle Andaman, we have another peak called as Mount Diabolo, which is at the height of 515 meter. Then we have at lower Andaman, we have Mount Poyo, which is at the height of 460 meter, and also in lower Andaman we have Mount Harriet, which is also categorized as a national park. If you talk about Nicobar Group of Island, we have only one important peak, that is Mount Thwiller, which is situated in the Great Nicobar. Great Nicobar, as we have discussed, is the largest island group of the of the Nicobar Group of Island. So Great Nicobar is here, as you can see on this particular picture, and the tallest peak of the Nicobar Group of Island is Mount Thwiller, which is situated here. Not only these, we also have to understand that Andaman Nicobar Group of Island for years have been a habitat of many tribes, and as far as the census 2011 figure is concerned, the largest number of tribes that we can find in Andaman Nicobar are the Nicobaris tribe, whose number is around 27,000. Then we have second number, we have Jarawas tribes, that is just 318 number. Then we have Champagne 229, Onge tribe 101, Andamanis tribe 44, and Sentinelese only 15 number of 15 number of people have been identified at per census. So as you can see that apart from Nicobaris, all other tribes that are inhabiting the Andaman Nicobar group have very low population, and that is why their preservation, their protection is of paramount importance if we want to preserve the tribal culture of India. So these are some important points about Andaman Nicobar group of island. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your fellow aspirants, and subscribe to our channel for more such helpful content. Thank you very much.